Assalamualaikum, Namaste, Monakam, King Show. Good morning, and very warm welcome. Sunday. Sunday is going very good. Fine. So, myself Tawfiq, I think you know me. Here we make you prepare for NEET, mains, and right. Now, in the last class, we had discussed about graph. In that graph, distance and time graph or displacement time graph is over. Now we will continue further here. First thing we learn about velocity time graph, then acceleration time graph. Okay, now first thing let us start our topic by velocity time graph. See, velocity time graph. As much as possible, I'll say it clearly. You understand very clearly. See, as velocity time graph, velocity will be in y-axis as we know, and time will be in x-axis. Okay. Now, if you get a graph like this, graph. Now, it is our angle theta, and we know if I take here tan theta, then my tan theta will come as V. If it is V, I can say this also as V. Then tan theta is equals to velocity by time I can write. Now, this equals to acceleration. So, from this what I can say? The slope of velocity and time graph gives us acceleration. From this, I can say like this: slope of velocity time graph gives us acceleration. Yeah, super. Slope of this gives us acceleration. Second, and if I take area of this one, then I will get an interesting thing. See, if I want to know the area of this one, what I will do? Sir, it is a triangle. It is triangle. So I can write like this, sir. Area of this is equals to it is a triangle. So I can write it like this: half into base into height, or else height into base. Half into base into height. As if you notice, this is our constant term. Okay, and see, this is in the form of Vt. Sir, Vt, V or T, velocity and time. Sir, it's look like somewhere we saw this. Yes, you are correct, somewhere not here. You know, velocity is equals to distance by time or displacement by time. Now here displacement is equals to velocity into time. See, and match here, both are same. So from this, I can say one thing, okay? Area of this velocity and time graph gives us distance or displacement. Very beautiful. See, when I take slope of this one, I got acceleration. When I am talking about area, I am getting distance or displacement. Distance, if it is speed graph, displacement is velocity graph. See, so from here I can say one thing, okay? Area of velocity time graph gives us x, distance and displacement. So beautiful. When I take the slope, I got acceleration. When I take the area, I got this one. Sir, clearly, sir, perfect, sir. Very clear, sir. Very clear. Yeah, good. Now, similarly, I will say you a few things. Remember before this, because it is very important. See, when you write a graph like this, velocity is there, time is there. Now, whenever you see any graph upside in this coordinate, then that means your velocity is positive. Whether the graph is like this or whether graph is like this, velocity is positive. Now similarly, when you see a graph downside, see, when you see a graph downside in this coordinate, then our velocity will be always negative. See, just simple. Now this is velocity. Now this upside axis all positive. This is downside axis all negative. So whenever you see any structure like this or like this structure, any structure, if it comes in first coordinate like this positive way, so then all velocity will be positive, no matter what the structure. And here if it comes in this coordinate, in this axis, negative, then apart from the structure, whatever the structure it is, velocity will be negative. Okay, this is a basic. Now we will go to step up. Kindly write down this. Okay. Hope you got it. Now let us continue with this only. I'll write few good things. See, for example, I have one graph. Let's say velocity time graph is like this. Now I have a graph like this. Okay. And one more graph I have like this. Velocity time graph, time hai, velocity hai. This thing is coming like this. Okay, fine. And I have one more graph like this. It is my velocity time graph. Velocity time graph only. But now let us do like this, so that you can understand every graph clearly. Velocity time graph. So this time let us take like this graph. Okay. Now after studying this 4, your class will be crystal clear. Now see clearly one thing. It is coming in upside. Matlab it is coming in positive side. So till this C, let us say A, B, C. Till in this AB, our velocity is positive. Say. Now here also if I say A, B, C. In this structure, in this upside, velocity is positive. Positive. Now downside it entered to negative side, so velocity is negative. Here also velocity is negative. Fine. Now if you focus one thing, velocity time graph, you just write out velocity is positive or negative. Now the main thing is slope. What slope gives? Slope gives us the acceleration. Huh? So in this one upside, acceleration is positive or negative. Sir, if I take acceleration come with this angle theta, this angle will come in negative. Then my acceleration will be negative, sir. Here also same, sir, acceleration will be negative. See, sir, here it is going upside. The angle will be this one, tan theta. It is positive, sir. So my acceleration will be positive. And it is the angle theta, sir, upside positive only. So acceleration will be positive. Slope is positive, so acceleration is positive. Fine. Now the main thing, one thing, at this point. See, at this point if you notice, your velocity is becoming 0. Here also at this point if you notice, your velocity is becoming 0. Which means this point is your turning point. And this point is your turning point. Sorry, here velocity is positive, acceleration is positive, right? Acceleration is positive, sorry. Because slope is positive, so acceleration is positive. Here slope is negative, so acceleration is negative. Sir, we didn't understand what's happening here. See, nothing wrong. When you come upside, velocity positive. Downside, velocity negative. Upside, velocity positive, downside, velocity negative. Now this slope coming like this. Yeah, I say slope. Then slope is tan theta is negative. Tan theta is negative, and acceleration is negative. Acceleration is negative because it is straight line. Now here slope is like this. So slope is positive, then acceleration is positive, acceleration is positive. Sorry. Okay, sir, then V is equal to 0, U-turn you said. Yes, velocity becomes 0, then U-turn. I have mentioned in the last class also. When the velocity is becoming 0, then we say it as U-turn or turning point. So how it is happening, sir? See, your particle starting from here. It went all over like this. When it is coming, its velocity is positive, acceleration is negative. Then it is a speed down. The speed decrease or speed down. And here both are negative, speeding in opposite direction. So this structure will come like this, went all over. Positive acceleration, negative acceleration. Here velocity 0, then come back like this. This kind of structure. Now if you see this one, we are starting from negative. Now here it is speeding down. After it is speeding up, matlab here it went like this, velocity 0, turn back and going like this. Okay, 1-2 time you see, you will clearly understand. Now when you come to this one, see here all the place velocity is positive because see it is coming in first axis, so velocity is positive. Now it is also velocity is positive because it is in first axis. Now if I take 2 points, here point A, here point B, let's say here point C. A ले लीजिए point A ले लीजिए point B, A ले लीजिए point C. Now, if you notice this one, this slope, if I draw a line here, the slope is coming negative. Sorry, because see, slope angle theta is less, so it is negative. मतलब A point पर my acceleration is negative. If I draw a line here, my slope is coming positive. Then at this point, my acceleration will be positive. Now here, the middle point, B point, here it is straight line, my slope is 0, then acceleration is 0. Varying velocity, varying acceleration negative, 0, then positive. If you focus here, if I draw a line like this, tangent if I draw, it is positive. So at this point, my acceleration is positive. Now if I draw a line, tangent here, then it is coming less, slope negative, then my acceleration at this point is negative. If you focus this point now, my slope is 0, then acceleration is 0. It is also non-uniform acceleration, positive, 0, negative, negative, 0, positive. Like this it's happening. Okay, hope you got this clear. Please write down this fast. Okay class, so let us come here, same thing, we'll see a little deeper. Say, I'll take two graphs here. Let's say I have one graph like this. This is our velocity and it is our time graph. Okay, a graph like this in which it is our velocity. अबे adjust because smart board नहीं है ना. If you have smart board, then easily we can. Surely one day we will show you. So soon. Now see here clearly. If you see upside our velocity is positive. Downside my velocity is negative. Fine. It is clear. Now if you notice one thing now. Here my velocity is 0. Here my velocity is 0. So I have two turning points. Velocity is 0, velocity is 0. So it is our turning point and it is our turning point. Now let us draw acceleration. See, if I draw at this point, if you see now, my acceleration will come like this. So slope is negative. So at this point of the journey, acceleration is negative. If you see here, if I draw a slope like this, my slope is positive, so acceleration is positive. If I ask about this, my slope is coming 0, so acceleration is 0. Now, same way downside also, if I draw a straight line, see same way we draw a straight line and we see whether our slope is positive or negative. But in this case, the main thing I wanted to say is, we have two turning points. Please be careful. We have two turning points. Okay, we have two turning points. Similarly, if I take one more small graph, like this. Okay, one more graph, velocity and time graph. If it is a velocity and time graph, you know one thing clearly. Up tak to I think you are clear about this. What is velocity and what is time graph. Now see, it's all upside velocity is positive, niche jo bhi velocity is negative, and here the velocity is 0 and here also velocity is 0. So in this also you have two turning points. You have two turning points. Fine. And this is the point where my slope is 0, here velocity is 0. Sorry, slope is 0, then acceleration is 0. Sorry. Now, if I take one line like this, now all the place my slope is negative, so acceleration is negative. If I draw a line here, then all the place my slope is positive, so acceleration is positive. See, don't get confused, sir. Why slope is positive, slope is negative? See, very simple. When you have a graph like this, any graph, if you get any tangent like this, now here your angle tan theta is between 0 to 90 degree. So in this one, slope is positive. Similarly, if you have a structure like this, structure ऐसा है then this theta slope is greater than 90, less than 180 na, so negative will come. So here slope is negative. Okay, try on this also first. Okay, actually, अब हमने topic तो से, now we have learned about topic concept. Now let us apply in one question and see most important question. See, a particle at t is equal to 0, particle is at x is equal to 15. मतलब के when the particle when we take t is equal to 0, particle is at 15. Okay, remember this one. Remember this one, most important thing. Which means ke when you are starting now, when you are starting from here, like this when you are starting, so it is, let's say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 like this. Now your particle is not starting from 0, this particle is starting from 15. Remember this one. So your particle is starting from here, your particle is starting from here. So here we are taking t is equals to 0. Remember this one. Okay. So find the location of particle in t is equal to 5 seconds. So they are saying if the particle start from here, after 5 seconds, what is the location of that particle? Okay, where it will be located? मतलब के where is the final distance they are asking. So they are given one graph like this, velocity. They are given one graph, velocity and time graph. Okay, time in second, velocity meter per second. Now here they are given graph 0. See, don't get confused. Sir, it is 0 starting from 0. No, it is talking about velocity. ये जो thing है ना, it is about velocity. It is not about distance. They are saying here t is equal to 0, velocity is 0. But when t is equal to 0, it is starting at 15. Please be careful in this one. Okay, it went like this all over. Fine. Now they are asking what is the particle, location of a particle. See, location of a particle means we just want to know the last point. मतलब के overall, what is the overall last point it is. Can I do this by displacement? Yeah, of course I can do by displacement. So displacement spelling क्या है? Displacement. Sir, you don't know spellings, how you become teacher, sir. I also don't know, man, how I become teacher. Maybe it's your bad luck or my bad luck I become teacher. So it is x final minus x initial. Now one small thing, if you focus clearly, here your x final we need to find position and x initial they are given, which is 15 component. Fine. Now displacement V1, I said in the beginning of this one, velocity time graph, we get the displacement. Yeah, I said. So if I write the displacement of this one, if I write the triangle of this one, then what I will get? See, it is our own triangle. So what I can write? See, if it is a triangle, I know I can write base into height. See, it is right. So I can write here base into height. So how I can write? See, first half into 10 into 4. So for a triangle, length into base into height. Plus, sorry, not plus, minus, because we are entering second one. We are entering the second one. So minus half into 5 into 1. Okay. Kindly see, kindly check once whether it is correct or wrong. Okay. Hope you got it. See, why sir here? See, we have upside this structure, downside this structure. Clear? Now I want to take area of this. See, if I want overall distance, what we used to do, we take area of this one. Similarly, here also we are doing same, but we want displacement here, na? So this minus this. Sir, always we need to take minus. Yes, when they are talking about displacement, you need to, if it is in this axis, you need to take minus, 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 minus. But when I ask distance, you need to add this pole. Keep it here. So minus. From here, what I get? From here, I get 20. Minus. अबे यार ये तो क्या हो गया, ये तो 1 हो गया ऐसे. Sir, but why you take 1 here? Because see, this is base is इतना ही, base is this much only. So what? Okay. Sir, from here I got 2.5 is equals to x final minus 15. Then from here I will get k 17.5. Okay, 17.5 is equals to x final minus 15. Now if I want my x final, then I can write 17.5 plus 15. If I do like this, then where is the particle of pi? I get the clear answer. Can you do that and get the answer by your own? Yeah. So if I solve this one for you, I get my final is equals to 32.5 meter. See, like this you need to do when they ask for. Okay, now please write down this one fast. Okay, so see here in this, I like to add one more question. Okay, one more question. What is the max distance covered in t is equals to 0 to t is equals to 4 seconds? I am not asking your full, I am just asking for t is equal to 0 to t is equal to 4 seconds. Then I know again I can go with the displacement only because it is going a straight line. So again I will get half. See, distance or displacement. Okay, let's say distance only. Distance means overall this area. So here I can say see half into half into 4 into 10, which is equals to x final minus 50. This value is 20, so x final minus 50. From this my x final will turn as to 35 meters. See, in my 0 to 4 second I have traveled this one. I have traveled this much. Now when I ask for overall this one, where is the last position? I got this one. Matlab ke, this process is going like this, 35. So you started from here, you went all over to 35 in first one. Then you return, because velocity is becoming 0, then you return and reach to 32 point. Okay, so these are most important question, all one question, but all concepts are clear. Kindly write down this one. First, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over time. Okay, class, see this question. So, a single question, but all the concepts are involved in this question. A single question hai, but all the concepts, what are the concepts we have learned in this chapter till now, it is all involved. Okay, so see once, write down. Okay, hope you wrote. See, they are given one graph. Okay, and they said okay, at t is equal to 0, particle is at origin. Fine. T is equal to 0, particle is at origin and moving x-axis. Fine. So they are saying all things: acceleration of particle 2, 8, displacement of particle, distance of particle, average speed, average velocity, average acceleration, draw AT graph, all the things is covered. Even you can say here draw xt graph also you can say, distance and temporal. I'll say. Okay. So first thing, let us start with the first question. So they are asking the first question. Acceleration at t is equal to 0 and t is equal to 8. So t is equal to 0, the second will come between these two. Matlab ke, see, this is a straight line, slope line. So here acceleration here till here it will be same because it is constant, slope hai, constant hai. So first question, acceleration at t is equal to 0 to seconds will be, seconds, t is equals to 50 by 5, which is equals to 10 meter per second. Sorry. Now at t is equals to 8 second, if you focus here t is equals to 8 second, t is equal to 8 second, the 8 second will come here, and here my velocity is constant. My velocity is constant. If my velocity is constant, acceleration is 0. Say 0. One question over. Now next one, if we ask displacement of particle from t is equal to 0 to t is equal to 10, they are asking. Matlab they are asking displacement. And we know whenever they ask displacement or distance, we always take area. So next one, area of this one. So I can write displacement is equals to area of this one. First you can see triangle, half into 5 into 50 plus 5 into 50. If I do this one, I got 25 into 5, 50. Okay? 25 into 5 is how much? 125. Plus 5 is 250. Here I will get it as 375 meters. Okay. Fine. Now this also over. Now third one, if you see, third one they are asking what is the distance from t is equal to 0 to t is equal to 10. Sir, I am feeling like in this distance and displacement is same. Because velocity didn't go negative. Then I think we can take both as a yes, you are right, my champ, you are right. Yeah, here your distance will also same only. Kyun same hai? Because this didn't went distance will be here. Distance is also same, 375 meters. Sir, why? I didn't get you, sir. New students will be like, sir, why? Away, just go 10 minutes back. You will get it why. Because here all in positive, positive. That's why distance and distance will become same. If this graph goes negative, then we take negative sign. Okay. How many? Okay, 3 only. Now your average speed, average velocity. Okay, we will see that also. Write down first. Alright, now it's time for fourth one. See, fourth one they are asking velocity, average velocity, and we know average velocity means what? Average, we can write V average velocity is equal to displacement by time. Displacement by time. La 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 la. So here displacement we got 365 and time is overall time is 10 seconds. You divide this and get the answer. Okay. Now this also. Now fifth one they are asking average speed. This is equals to we know distance divided by time. Here distance is also 365. Overall time is 10 only. Again same answer will come. Yes. You solve this and get the answer. Okay, okay. 636.5 or something answer will come. You get it answer. Okay. ये भी हो गया. Now average acceleration from t0 to 0 to t0 to 10. Let's say average acceleration. Average acceleration is what? Final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time, overall time. Here my final velocity is what? See, if you focus, my final velocity is 50. Constant 50, final is here 50. My initial is starting from 0. So initial velocity is 0. Divided by overall time is 10. So my average will be 5 meter per second square. ये भी हो गया. लिख लीजिए. उसके बाद जो लास्ट है, this last remaining is most important thing. I will teach you separately. Write down first. Okay. See, it's a time for last one. Acceleration time graph. See, this graph we'll learn afterwards. First, let us see acceleration time graph. Now, velocity time graph is there. They ask you to draw acceleration and time graph. So, what we do first, we draw the graph, acceleration and time. In this one, acceleration. In this one, time. So, if you focus here, time क्या है? 0 है, 5 है, और ये 10, 5 to 10. Okay. Now, if you see from 0 to 50, this body has some acceleration. That acceleration is 10. Just now we saw initial 10. So 10, 50 divided by 2. 50 divided by 2. 50 divided by 5 is 10. So this body has some acceleration 10. And how to write this one? Now we just draw, because this acceleration is constant. So this will be like this same. One line, single line. From 0 to 5 here acceleration, the slope of this one acceleration here it is 10. Because 50 divided by 5, 10 meter per second square. 10 meter per second square. So from 0 to 5 my acceleration is 10 constant. From 5 to 10 my acceleration is 0. So I will write here only. Like this. My acceleration is 0. Okay. This is our acceleration and time graph. Acceleration and time graph. I will explain why it came, how it comes. Just now you write down. Okay students. So now let us discuss acceleration and time graph. Okay, now see. What I am going to write, this comes in acceleration and time graph. Acceleration time graph. One second. Alright, so to know acceleration and time graph, first few things we need to know, okay? When the acceleration is positive, when the acceleration is negative, and how in this we study the most important thing, okay? They will give you acceleration and time graph. They will say you to convert to distance and time graph. Okay, they will give this, they will say you to convert to that. So first we need to learn clearly one more time about this. So let us come clearly see. First thing we are learning about distance and time graph, then acceleration, then how conversion works. Now see, first thing if I draw one small graph for you, especially for you, the one who is seeing this topic. See, acceleration time graph. Now, if you have an increase like this, agar you have a graph like this, Or let's say one more graph. You have a graph like this, time, distance. Okay. Now one more graph, let's say you have one more graph like this. Like this. Now one more graph, let's say you have like this. In this, how to know what distance is happening, sorry, what velocities का क्या हो रहा, acceleration का क्या होगा, how to know? See, very simple. If you focus first graph na, first graph, my tan value, it's like this, positive, and it is slowly becoming negative. See, जो slope था here, slope, tan slope is like this, and it is becoming like this. Now in this, my slope is 0. From 0, it is becoming negative. See, from this, my slope is negative, from negative it is becoming 0. Here, if you see, my slope is 0, from 0 it is becoming positive. Okay, all this one more time, see, इसमें जो है, if I draw a slope here, see, what I am saying is, if I draw a slope here, my slope will come here. If I draw a slope here, my slope will go here. If I focus, my slope line from here, it is becoming like this. मतलब के, here it was positive, from positive slope it is becoming 0. मतलब velocity is changing, velocity is decreasing. Velocity here it was positive, velocity here become 0. मतलब कि velocity is changing. Okay, velocity is changing. Now here if you see, here at this point my velocity here is 0. Now when you see here my velocity, here velocity is becoming negative. Similarly when you see here velocity is negative, it is becoming 0. Velocity is negative, it is becoming 0. If you see here, velocity is 0, it is becoming negative. See, either point for velocity 0 tha, now at this point, velocity become negative. These are the few things we must be clear. Now come to acceleration. So in this process, if you see, in this first one, my velocity is becoming negative. Okay, and my acceleration here will be negative. And in this also, my acceleration will be negative because velocity is going from 0 to negative. And here, my acceleration will be positive. And in this also, my acceleration will be positive. My acceleration is positive. One thing we got it. Now next one, what's happening to speed here we need to see. Yeah. Now, see, from this I can say one thing. Okay? Here my acceleration is greater than 0. Here my acceleration is less than 0. Here my acceleration is greater than 0. Here also my acceleration is greater than 0. Yes, of course my acceleration is greater than 0. Now when we talk about velocity, in this if you see, my velocity is positive only. So velocity also here greater than 0. Here if you see, my velocity is positive only because 0 से positive जा रहा है. So velocity is positive. If you see here, my velocity is negative, so velocity in this is less than 0. If you see here, again my velocity at this point, angle, slope at this point, velocity will be negative, so I can say velocity is less than 0 here. Here, my velocity is positive, so velocity is greater than 0. So in this first case, my acceleration velocity is more greater than 0, both are in the same direction, both are greater than 0. So I can say this is speeding up. Now in this, both are opposite side. So this also I can say speeding up. अबे क्या हुआ इसमें? सही है. Acceleration तो negative ही होगा और velocity negative. Fine. Now when you come to this one also, my thing is speeding up only because both are in same direction. Speeding up. Now these two both are in opposite direction, so we can say this is speeding up but in opposite direction. Say it's like this. So all clear. One thing. See here, velocity positive is there and it is becoming 0. Then here, how come velocity becomes 0? No, velocity is less than 0 here because first velocity is positive, now then it is becoming 0. So velocity is less than 0. So it is speeding down. Kindly correct this because here velocity is positive, then it is becoming 0. मतलब positive से 0. Now it is decreasing, so velocity is down. Now in this it is clear because from 0 it is becoming positive. From 0 it is becoming positive. Here from positive is becoming 0. Okay. Now in this both are in this side. So this also we can say both are in same direction. So it is also speeding up. Now it is in opposite direction. So we can say it is speeding down. See, sir, what is the speeding up, speeding down? We didn't get it. See, when your acceleration and velocity both are in same direction, then bike will speed up. When the acceleration and speed opposite direction, then it will stop. Like you are going here, speed increases. You are going here, acceleration opposite, it will decrease. You are going backward, acceleration, it will increase. So it is a case where, see, very simple one. All for I will explain one single thing. Velocity is positive here, becoming 0. Velocity is less than 0. Velocity is positive here. Sorry, velocity is 0 here, becoming positive. मतलब 0 से positive बने, 0 से positive. So velocity is greater than 0. Here see 0, negative. So less than 0. Here negative to 0, like this. Okay, hope you got it. Now, kindly write on this. I will say one more small thing about this one. Write down. Okay, now you learn about 4 important graphs, but I will give you a short trick now. Now I will give you short how to remember all those 4 graphs. Sir, you can say before only. No, I won't say before. I need to explain the concept and I will say. See, what's the main thing here now? You have a graph like this first of all. You don't have a graph because it is not clear. Board is not clear yet. Wait. Alright. So see, I'll explain all the concepts in clear one thing. You have the van Kentucky. Let me try with one more chunk. You have distance and time graph like this in this one. So here also one more graph like this. Distance and time graph. Distance is here, time is here. Now previously we learned about 4 graphs. Now if I combine that 4, I will get here 2 graphs like this. One like this. So here my acceleration is positive. Check all 4 graphs. In this one my acceleration is greater than 0. My acceleration is greater than 0. In this my acceleration is less than 0. So here it is positive acceleration. And इसमें जो होगा इसमें होगा negative acceleration. Sir, this why did you say it before only? Why should I say? I will say here only. See, just simple. When they give you distance time graph, when they say to write acceleration, very simple. Whenever you see a smiley face, acceleration is positive. Maybe half of smiley face or full of smiley face. Itna de diya, they have given this one, then also smiley, acceleration is positive. If they give this one half, a bit is dull face, acceleration is negative. Yes. See, you can remember like this. You can remember like this. Okay. Okay. So same thing. All graph, that graph, this graph are same. It is a small short. So in this my velocity is positive or negative. You see. In this my velocity is positive. Is my velocity is negative, positive, positive, negative. Okay. Can you write down this? So अगर आपको चाहिए, see in this my velocity here less than 0, here my velocity here velocity is less than 0, here velocity is greater than 0, here my velocity is greater than 0, here my velocity is less than 0. Acceleration is positive, acceleration is positive, so here acceleration is greater than 0, acceleration is greater than 0, acceleration is less than 0, acceleration is less than 0. It is our speeding up, it is our speeding down, it is our speeding up, it is our speeding down. Now I think it is clear now. I think it is only easy for remembering, right? Okay, you remember like this or remember like that. Both are same only. Both are same only. Okay. So, but I think this is easy. You remember this one. Actually, now we will start the main topic of our class. सर तो अब तक पढ़ाया वो क्या था? वो तो इंट्रो था बड़ी, वो तो इंट्रो था. अब जो चल रहा है ये तो मेन टॉपिक है. Alright. Now acceleration and time graph. See, acceleration and time graph is one of easiest. And you know 2024 they have asked one question on acceleration time graph. They are given acceleration time graph and they said to write distance and time graph. So easiest question, all 4 marks confirm. If you don't write 4 marks, 5 marks gone. See, if you don't attempt one question, 5 marks gone. Yeah, 4 to going, 1 mark gone, 5 marks. Okay. Now acceleration time graph. Now very easy. See, acceleration time graph can come only in this way. It is time, it is acceleration. Whenever your acceleration is positive, they will write here one line. That's all. No extra nothing. No extra nothing. It is positive. Whenever your acceleration is negative, they will write a bottom line like this. That's all. Whenever your acceleration is 0, then they will write one line here. Line the right. Okay. So this is only our acceleration and time graph. Very easy. See, it is when acceleration is 0. Now they will put one dots like this. One dot. Which means here my acceleration is positive, here my acceleration is negative, here my acceleration is 0. That's all they'll give like this. And they'll ask you, write this graph in the form of distance and time graph. Distance and time graph. Now what we do, first thing we will write everything clearly. Like this we will write, okay, distance and time. Okay, it's just an example. After that we take one proper data. Now here acceleration is positive. We know when acceleration is positive we just smile. Matlab ki first thing we smile. Okay. Then acceleration is negative. Matlab we will feel that sad. So then we will feel sad. Okay. Then this constant acceleration is acceleration is 0 means velocity is constant. Now when velocity is constant, then it will come like this. Okay. Say one more time I will explain. Don't worry. I will explain one more time. Okay. They will give you this graph and they will tell you to find this one. Now how to do? We will learn clearly. Before that, see here. Here acceleration is positive. Whenever acceleration is positive, we remember a smiley face. Whenever acceleration is negative, we remember a dull face. When acceleration is 0, then velocity is constant. When velocity is constant, we know graph is a straight line. Okay, this three only our magical terms. Now see here acceleration is positive, we write this one. Acceleration is negative, we write this one. Acceleration is 0, straight. Sir, but when the acceleration was positive, we used to get like this also, right? Then in this both which we need to write. Sir, when acceleration is negative, we used to get like this also, like this also. In this which we need to write. Yeah, this depend on their velocity. This depend on velocity. When velocity, see, when velocity is negative, acceleration is positive. You will write this one. When velocity is positive, acceleration also positive, you will write this one. When velocity is positive, acceleration is negative, you write this one. When acceleration is negative, velocity is negative, you write this one. They will mention in the question. Okay, like this they will give, like this we need to write. With the proper data, we will learn this one question properly. Till that, see this one, all clear say. Alright, see my dear champs, they are given one question. Like this case, a particle start from x is equal to 10 and move on x-axis. Okay, and they are given graph. And if you notice this graph, particle is at 10 and acceleration also starting is 10 only. Don't get confused in this one. Okay, here in graph they are mentioning velocity also 10 only starting. Okay, first thing they are asking, find the average acceleration. We know average acceleration is equals to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. So here final velocity is 0 because it is reaching here. Final velocity is 0. My initial velocity is 10. Yeah, initial velocity is 10. Divided by overall time is 6. So I'll get here minus 10 by 6, which is equals to minus 5 by 3 meter per second square. Fine. Now when you see the next point is they ask you draw acceleration and time graph. First one. Okay, write like this. Acceleration in this axis, time in this axis. If you focus here clearly, from 0 to 2, my acceleration here is positive and this acceleration is tan theta, which is like 5 meter per second. So here acceleration till this point. Yeah, it is clear. Q, how? Just take here theta angle. Tan theta is equals to 10 divided by 2, which is 5. So from 0 to 2, my acceleration is 5. So I can write here 2 bolko. So I can write this line small here 5. After that, here my velocity is constant. Then my acceleration is 0. Till 4, my acceleration is 0. So I will write line here. After that, here my acceleration is decreasing. And this we know acceleration is equals to a slope if we take here. Then 20 divided by 20 divided by 2, it is minus 10 meter per second square here. So here I will get answer as minus 10 and here till 6. This is how we write the graph. See. One more time kindly see. In this part from 0 to 2, my velocity is there 5. So here velocity is increasing, so acceleration is there. Here velocity is constant, so acceleration is 0. Here velocity is decreasing, so acceleration is negative. So from velocity and time graph, you write acceleration and time graph side. Now the main thing, by using this one, we need to write one more most important graph, which is our distance and time graph. Okay. So distance also starting from 10 as they have mentioned, it is 10. Okay. Now let us write the coordinates 2 hai, 4 hai, 6 hai. Now we need to find in 2 seconds how much distance do this body travel. Okay. Sir, how we can find? Very simple, the area of this one. If I take area of this one, then this area I am getting as area is equals to, I am getting as 30. Okay, it is already in 10. So area in this 0 to 2 it is 30. So this body has traveled upside till 40. And if you notice here, acceleration is positive, acceleration is positive and velocity is also positive. Both are positive. Then we write like this, as I mentioned in the class. Now after that, my velocity is constant. Acceleration is 0 and we know straight line will come. And in this, how much distance we travel now? This area is equals to 40. So from 2 to 4 it has traveled 40. So here I can write here as 80. So from 2 to 4 it is a straight line only, because acceleration is constant, so straight. Okay. Let us draw a line for our reference downside. Like this. After that it has traveled this distance. This area is equals to half into height into this one. So 10 into 2, 20. 10 into 2 is 20, because half into 20 it will come 10. 10 into 2 is 20. But here if you see, my velocity is positive. In this one my velocity is positive, acceleration is negative. Which kind of